Okay.
Unless the victim moves his head.
May I ask a representative of the TUS and ZCTU, the TUS and ZCTU, to just one representative from those organizations to please just come to the side as quickly as you can, please. the TOOs and ZCTU.
Very happy. Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we rise as we receive our guest of honor, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. For a moment, I thought we had changed to the national anthem. But shall we all join in now in singing the national anthem? Stand and sing of Zambia, proud and free, land of work and joy in unity, victors in the struggle for the right. We've won freedom's fight, all one, strong and free. Africa is our land, Zambia, praise to thee, all one, strong and free. Chaplain Cynthia Peary from State House will lead us in the opening prayer.
Shall we pray? Our Heavenly Father, we thank you and bless your holy name this afternoon for the grace and opportunity to gather in this place as these bills receive assent and become part of the laws of our land, Zambia. We ask for your wisdom upon our head of state, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, upon our Vice President, Madam Talena Lumango, and upon all members of Parliament who have shaped these laws. As we ask, Lord, that you give understanding to our lawmakers, judges, public servants, and all who will carry out these provisions. We ask that these laws reflect your justice, your mercy, and righteousness, even as we dedicate them to the good of the people of this land and to your purpose. We pray that you continue to prosper our nation and continue to allow the flow of peace, unity, and love. It is in the mighty name of Jesus Christ we pray. Amen.
Mr. President, with your permission, may I ask that we remain standing to observe a moment of silence in honor of the late Paramount Chief Mpezeni of the Ngoni people. Thank you. Please be seated. Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, and our guest of honor this afternoon. Your Honor, Dr. Mutale W.K. Nalumango, MP, Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, former Vice Presidents of the Republic of Zambia, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Mrs. Nelly B.K. Muti, State Council, MP, the representative of the Chief Justice, the Deputy President of the Constitutional Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Arnold Mwetwa Shilimi, the Attorney General, Mr. Mulilo Dinas Kabesha, State Counsel, the Secretary to the Cabinet, Mr. Patrick K. Kangwa, the Solicitor General, Mr. Marshall Muvambe Muchende, State Counsel, the Town Clerk for the Lusaka City Council, Engineer Lifteri Ndaba, members of the UPND Alliance Council of Presidents, members of the UPND National Management Committee, the permanent secretaries in the Ministry of Justice, invited permanent secretaries, senior government officials, members of the diplomatic corps accredited to Zambia, the representatives of the church mother bodies, cooperating partners, trade unions present, civil society organizations, students, distinguished invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon, everybody. And a very, very warm welcome to this special ceremony, the Presidential Assent Ceremony for Parliamentary Bills, and we will witness, indeed, the assenting to 5 bills, namely the Education Amendment Bill of 2026, the National Pension Scheme Bill of 2026, the Public Service Pensions Bill of 2026, the Pension Scheme Regulations Amendment Bill of 2026, and the Local Authorities Superannuation Bill of 2026. And I think we should give a round of applause, indeed, as we start, to the President and indeed to the Parliament. Former Parliament of the Republic of Zambia, indeed, for passing these bills. And today we will witness their assenting by the President himself. And I think this is something worth being proud of and celebrating as Zambians. I'm reliably informed that the first one, which is the Education Amendment Bill, we are the second in Africa. The second in Africa to make free education law, which is graduating from policy to actual law. And so it cannot be changed anyhow, as it were. And so we indeed, like I said, as Zambians, we should be very proud and very happy and look forward to all the wonderful things that this and the other bills that we'll witness today, that they will bring to this nation. And so a big congratulations once again to the former members of Parliament and the President today as we witness this momentous occasion. My name is Paddy Mugando, and I'm honored to be here today as Master of Ceremonies. To start our program, may I invite Mr. Asa Msusa, who is the Acting Director General of the National Pension Scheme Authority, representing Mr. Muyangwa, to come forward and give remarks on behalf of the first stakeholders of the bills this afternoon. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Msusa.
Thank you. Mr. President, allow me to ride on the protocols that have already been established. Mr. President, today marks an important and exciting milestone in the life of the Zambian people, as you sign the pension reform bills into law. This day will be remembered as a day when the new Dawn government, through USA, made a significant step to address the Zambian people's, to give the Zambian people a progressive pension system that grants them enhanced benefits and responds to their pressing and evolving needs. Mr. President, the law will give our members and Zambians in the diaspora an opportunity to participate in preparing for their retirement through the introduction of flexible and user-friendly product, as well as resolve the existing disparities among public service workers. Sir, the NPS Act of 2026 will open new doors to mobilizing the much-needed capital for investment in high-impact development projects that will contribute to the wealth and job creation. Mr. President, NAPSA will no longer be the same. Thanks to your decisive leadership and guidance. On behalf of the Board of Management, as well as on behalf of the employees of NAPSA, allow me, sir, to conclude by expressing our heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering support to NAPSA and our two sister public pension schemes. A huge congratulations to you, Mr. President, and the new Dawn government on this momentous achievement. God bless you and happy birthday again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Asa Msusa. He is the Acting Director General of NAPSA for those remarks. We'll move on to the next major stakeholder in these bills, and this is the Zambia Congress of Trade Unions. And to represent ZCTU, we have the Deputy Secretary General in charge of organizing and administration, and this is Mrs. Catherine Kantumoya. Let's give her a warm welcome as she comes up to give remarks on behalf of ZCTU.
Our Republican President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, we wish you a happy birthday from the labor movement. May I simply ride on the protocols already observed? Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everyone. Your Excellency, Mr. President, today marks yet another milestone in the history of your visionary leadership, where you have continued to provide to our beloved country, Zambia. We bring fraternal greetings from the labor movement, representing our President, Mr. Blake Mulala, and the Secretary General, who are attending the 114th International Labour Organization, ILO, where they are meeting the governments, the trade unions, and the employers around the globe. Mr. President, we wish you well. The signing of the law of the 5 bills, namely the Education Amendment Bill of 2026, the National Pension Scheme Bill of 2026, the Public Service Pensions Bill of 2026, the Pension Scheme Regulations Amendment Bill of 2026, and the Local Authorities Superannuation Bill of 2026 really speaks volumes of your leadership, your passion, your love, and your commitment to making Zambia a better place than you found it, Mr. President. This leadership This leadership you have exhibited, Mr. President, is not common in the majority. Your Excellency, the Zambian workforce has cried for far too long, and the transformation being witnessed today is a serious game changer that will promote dignity and decency among employees and retired officers who have waited for too long to see this change. Thank you very much for your listening ear, Mr. President. Your Excellency, this move is not only a welcome trajectory, but it's a step in the right direction in the future of work in our country. Mr. President, International Labour Organization ILO Convention 102 is explicit and vivid as regards to social protections of employees by the employer. Today, you have demonstrated decent work agenda which seeks to uphold decency and dignity to workers in our country. The 5 bills stand to strengthen the free education delivered to all citizens, leaving no child at home. Through the Education Amendment Bill, all learners are assured guaranteed learning for education is a better equalizer. Yes, education is a better equalizer. It has given an opportunity to some of us who grew up in the village like Chibwika. Today we are able to stand before you dignified people. Through pensions reforms, Mr. President, workers are guaranteed enhanced social protection going forward. Hope has been restored. We look forward to a dignified worker and decency enhanced during active working periods, in retirement, and of course, in death. Your Excellency, as a labor movement, we wish to humbly request through you the Office of the Secretary to Cabinet, whose door is ever open, in collaboration with the labor movement in Zambia, to embark on sensitization tour to ensure that all the members, all the workers of this country are fully aware and appreciate the implication of this milestone that has taken place today. Mr. President, the Zambia Congress of Trade Union today declare ourselves that your foot soldiers, sir. This is not our show, Mr. President. The labor movement in this country would like to wish you God's protection, wisdom, grace, and sound health before, during, and after the 13th August 2026, which we are aware and sure that will be together, Mr. President. What is about to happen today, Mr. President, is very unprecedented. From today, minimum pension will rise from 1,861 to 2,327. What a game changer. What a game changer. Mr. President, with more than 17,000 members currently on the pension scheme, over 30,000 retirees will be able to access an advanced lump sum. What a game changer. On behalf of the labor movement, sir, we want to say thank you very much. May God bless you and happy birthday, our President.
That was Mrs. Catherine Kantumoya, Deputy Secretary General for Organization and Admin with the Zambia Congress of Trade Unions. With that emphatic message, indeed, on behalf of the labor unions, yes. And indeed stressing and reiterating okay, this word is not easy for me, the dignity that has come. My default settings will make me say dignity. It's much easier that way. The dignity that has been brought to the labor movement, to the workforce, indeed, and we will again see the signing, the assenting by the President in just a few moments. Indeed, she said, and this has been a statement from the President himself time and time again, education is a what? It's an equalizer, it's a game changer. So we have representation from the education sector. The Basic Education Teachers Union of Zambia, or BETUZ, is represented today by the Deputy General Secretary for Organization, and this is Mr. Christopher Simukonda. Let's welcome Mr. Simukonda as he comes to represent BETUZ.
The President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, allow me, sir, to write on the protocols that have already been established. Mr. President, sir, my name is Simukonda Christopher, the Deputy General Secretary in charge of organization and currently acting as the General Secretary of the Basic Education Teachers Union of Zambia on behalf of our General Secretary, Dr. Sinkara, who would have greatly valued the opportunity to be present but is currently out of the country on official duties. Today, Your Excellency, marks a historical milestone in the development of this nation through your assent to the following bills: the Education Amendment Bill 2026, the Public Service Pensions Bill 2026, the Local Authorities Superannuation Fund Bill 2026, the Pension Scheme Regulation Amendment Bill 2026, and the National Pension Scheme Bill 2026. Your Excellency, you have demonstrated visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to improving the welfare of the Zambian people. Mr. President, sir, these legislative reforms are far more than legal instruments. They are transformative measures that will expand opportunities, strengthen social protection, enhance the dignity and well-being of millions of Zambians, meaning that the lives of many Zambians will greatly improve through you, sir, because of these bills that we are signing today. So as a union, we are very, very grateful, sir, for this. Mr. President, sir, the Education Amendment Bill in particular represents a landmark achievement by enriching free education by making free education into law. Zambia has taken a bold and progressive step towards guaranteeing education as a fundamental right rather than a privilege. This means that no child, I repeat, this means that no child will be denied access to education on account of financial constraints, meaning that children from Shangombo, Vubwi, Shama, and every corner of the nation will have an opportunity to learn and grow and contribute greatly to Mother Zambia. Equally significant, Your Excellency, are the pension reforms that you are assenting to today. These reforms address long-standing concerns of workers and retirees by enhancing pension benefits, safeguarding rights, expanding access to retirement savings, and ensuring greater security in retirement. Mr. President, sir, what is particularly encouraging is that the benefits of these reforms are not confined to the future. They begin to impact lives immediately, starting from tomorrow. We note, Your Excellency, with appreciation that more than 2.6 million learners who had previously dropped out of school have returned to the classrooms. Securing educational opportunities for both present and future generations. If there was no free education, it means that all these 2.6 million learners would have become destitute. And these are the junks that we are going to have But because of the free education policy, it means that these learners will now be able to contribute greatly to the development of education in this nation. Your Excellency, the minimum pension increase from 1.861 to 2.37 directly benefiting over 17,000 pensioners and workers. And approximately 30,000 members will now qualify for advance lump sum benefits under the pre-retirement lump sum provision. And an estimated 1.2 million NAPSA members will benefit from improved pension calculations that will enhance their retirement packages under the new framework, which will mean that our workers currently now will be motivated to deliver to the nation because they know that when they retire, they will get a lump sum. And thanks to you, Your Excellency. These are not merely statistics. They represent real people, real families, and real lives whose circumstances will be improved as a result of these reforms. Mr. President, sir, today's occasion reflects leadership that listens to the aspirations of its people, that responds to their needs and delivers tangible results. It reflects a government that recognizes that investment in education and social security is an investment in national development. On behalf of the Basic Education Teachers Union of Zambia and the wider fraternity of teacher unions across the country, I wish to express our sincere appreciation for this bold and people-centered decision. Through these reforms, Your Excellency, you have renewed hope for millions of Zambian children, workers, pensioners, and families. You have strengthened the foundation upon which future generations will build a prosperous and equitable Zambia. As I conclude, Your Excellency, and as we celebrate this historic achievement, we reaffirm our commitment as teachers and education stakeholders to support the successful implementation of these reforms and continue to work with the government of the day in advancing the development agenda of this nation. Long live Your Excellency, long live the Republic of Zambia, and long live the people of Zambia. I thank you. Yeah.
That was Mr. Christopher Simukonda, the Deputy General Secretary for Organization at the Basic Education Teachers Union of Zambia. Thank you very much for your remarks. We have a different type of stakeholder that we want to invite this time. And this is what we may call a consumer, a direct consumer. And this is a representative of the students. And to represent the students, we have Mwantoka Vaso from Yunzasu. As you can see, those are future members of parliament right there in waiting.
Viva Student Power, viva! Viva Piu-Piu, viva! Viva Diplomats, viva! The President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, the Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, Her Honor W.K. Mtelena Lumango, distinguished permanent secretaries and diplomats present here, ladies and gentlemen, Wamonku na Wamoma, both at home and abroad. 5 years ago, they told us free education was a fairy tale. But today, Mr. President, as you assent the Education Bill of 2026, we want you to know that Zambia will shake hands with paradise. Mr. President, we want you to know that these are transformations, reforms, modernization, and renewal of Zambia's education system. Today, as you ascend these 5 bills, Mr. President, we wanted you to know that if the first Republican president of this country the late David Kaunda is erected, he would walk the land of the living. Mr. President, you have taught us something. You have taught us that the difference between impossible and I am possible is nothing but the punctuation of an apostrophe. Mr. President, that's why when they said the amendment of education, Bill 2026 into free education is impossible, you said, I am possible. When they said the National Pension Scheme Bill of 2026 is impossible, you said, I am possible. When they said the Pension Scheme Regulation Bill of 2026 is impossible, you said, I am possible. When they said the Local Authority Superannuation Bill of 2026 is impossible, you said, I am possible. Today, as I talk to you, more than 2.6 million children in the Republic of Zambia have seen their way to schools. This is something we've never seen before in our country. When they said the school feeding program was impossible, you said, I am possible. Today, as I talk to you, bursaries have been decentralized to all the schools across Zambia. And we, as the students of the University of Zambia, as we are here, we want to tell you to say, Viva Student Power, Viva! Atibali winaka, Vombela Zambia. Bali winaka, Vombela Zambia. Pamirimo, pamirimo. Aha. Pamirimo. Ati wenkeche, wenkeche, wenkeche. Wenkeche, wenkeche, wenkeche. Vani na bali vasuma. Vatufyalira vabaliye kupensions nako chapena free education yaisa Viva Student Power, Viva! Mr. President, we want to tell you, we as your friends, that your governance, your deliverance has been according to expectation. It's for that reason, as we the students across the Republic of Zambia, we're telling you that come the 13th of August in 2026, we are rallying behind you. Mr. President, we as students, you don't have to tell the stories of the works you've done because everything is visible. Then many were times when we were told to say it was very difficult for our country to attain the Community Development Fund of $2 million. But as we're talking today, it is beyond $2 million. And we're saying to say, Ziko moko ambili tuatotela. Viva Student Power, Viva! Before I take my seat, Mr. President, I haven't traveled alone. I have come with the backbone of the University of Zambia Students' Union, my Vice President, Jemima Mwaba. It's for that reason, I would like to invite her to come and greet the President of the Republic of Zambia.
Viva Student Power, Viva! Viva Student Power, Viva! Bali kui shiva bali kui! Bali kui shiva bali kui!
Mr. President, Madam Vice President, our ride on the protocol is already observed by the President of the University of Zambia Students' Union. One thing I can say is that, as the President always says, education is the best equalizer. We are indeed happy to see free education as law today, because we know, as our quote from the Bible, Hosea 4 verse 6, it says, my people perish due to lack of knowledge. And now we are seeing that knowledge is going to be distributed even across the whole country, because through this free education, we know that schools are going to be built. Children and young people like me, people who are 14 years old, girls 14 years old, who were about to get married to older men in those villages, will have an opportunity to gain free education. And with that free education, we see that, Mr. President, an educated country makes educated decisions. And therefore, even as this free education is low, we are so happy and we are rallying behind you, Mr. President. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you also to my president for every wonderful thing he has said. We are here for you. Thank you so much. Once again, Bali Kui Shiva Kui Shiva Bali Kui. Bali Kui Shiva Kui Shiva Bali Kui. Happy birthday once again, Mr. President. Thank you.
Viva student power, viva! Thank you, our dear students from the University of Zambia, representing students in all levels of education, higher and secondary and primary school. And thank you indeed for those remarks and your support on this day. Now let me invite to represent the church mother bodies, Dr. Vani Munyumbwe, to come and give his statement as well. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Vani Munyumbwe as he comes.
Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, the Vice President, and may I just also ride on the protocols already observed. The joy and the happiness in the tent is electrifying and overwhelming. And it is because this is an important day to the nation and to all of us. All laws are important in a country, but there are some laws that are foundational to the life and the soul of the country. I do not have the time, but if you gave me a moment to open the Holy Book, I can prove that every country speaks, every country has a mouth. A country speaks through its laws. A character of a nation is known by the kind of laws that they enact. On behalf of the church in the country, Mr. President, I want you to know we stand here as proud citizens because of the message that we are sending through the bills that are going to be accented into law today. Today we are saying we will continue to be a country of the people, by the people, and for the people. The bills we are going to sign today represent a nation that responds to the cries of its people. And that is what governments are for. In the free education bill, we are saying to our young people in the country, you are our priority. In the education bill, we are saying to parents everywhere that you are not going to stand alone in your quest to raise your child. It has been said it takes a village to raise a child. The Zambian village is standing together with every mother, with every parent today, and we are sending a message that we are standing together for our next generation. We want to thank you, Mr. President, together with your team, for leading us on this path where we are sending a clear message that every child in Zambia matters. Wherever you live, whatever background, whatever language you speak, we promise we are going to be with you through the laws that we are signing today. And they also say action speaks louder than words. We are not only enacting laws, but we have seen a proof, a clear commitment to your government in terms of investments that have gone in the education of our young people. And so I stand here as a representative of church mother bodies in the country, that we will stand with you and your government in actualizing the laws we are putting in place today. We will do our part to bring our young ones to schools. We will talk to our parents in our churches, show them the door is open. All we are promising, Mr. President, is that as a church, we will continue to do our part, as well as pray for our government as you continue to make laws that create a society that works for everyone in the nation. Again, may God bless you. May God bless our republic. Amen.
That was Dr. Vani Munyumbwe, representing the church mother bodies, giving that statement. Indeed, the village of Zambia stands together for the children and all citizens, for their development in this country. Thank you, Dr. Munyumbwe. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege and honor to invite to give her remarks the Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, Dr. Mutale W.K. Nalumango, MP. And after her remarks, she will go on to invite the guest of honor to address us. Let's put our hands together for the Vice President.
Thank you so much. Please, we may take our seats. Mr. President, to all of you riding on the protocol as established here, I think those that have spoken have really given the essence of our gathering together here today. Like has already been stated, we can all feel what these laws entail for the people of Zambia, for the development of our nation, for the care that the President has, for the love that the visionary leader has, and indeed the support from the institutions that have been part to the development of these laws, which starts right from his executive, Attorney General and your team, Minister of Justice and the team, Parliament and the team. The executive, Parliament have done their part. The Zambians, we can see, are excited to get, these laws that have been put in place. Thank you for choosing these 5, but I believe that there are many, many progressive laws that have been enacted during this 5-year term of office. Some of them that may not be here that have been spoken to loudly for every Zambian. The women folk have cried for a long time for representation in decision making. I think we have all seen what is happening in our country. I can't go on. Women are leading very important institutions in our country. This must be encouraging to the youth, the students, the female students,
that you are not learning for nothing. You are not working hard for nothing. Under this presidency, the precedence is set. That is why, by decision, the president said we cannot leave things like free education to just policy and the will of individuals. Let us put it into law so that it is not just turned anyhow at the whims of somebody. It is law. So much has been done, ladies and gentlemen, gathered this afternoon. These 5 laws that will be assented to today are just an example of what has been done. Thank you, the youth, for showing appreciation to this. The labor movement, thank you for acknowledging that this is good for the members that you represent and also the rest of the nation. We can't continue to have weak social security. Indeed, we are working in social protection. The social security is key to the future. It gives hope to somebody who is a worker today to see that there is no moment that the person will remain stranded. We will be looked after. This is the care, this is the love that comes from the president, visionary leader. We are grateful that the 5 laws that will be assented to cut across the nation. Thank you to everybody. The justices, the judiciary, we will leave it to you to understand us, what we did from Parliament in the interpretation of these laws. Justice must always prevail. Justice must always prevail. We have made the laws, you look at them. But this is not really my time to speak. I am just honored to be called upon, to be the one to call upon the president, the visionary of what is going. The head of any institution or any government is extremely important for any achievement that you see. It is time to appreciate the president of the Republic of Zambia. And indeed, I don't want to use this podium for anything, but I think he does deserve more time to do a lot more in the office. So thank you for referring to 13th August. It's a special and important day in the calendar of Zambia. And I can't see anybody who behaves like in Zambia, the most hated person is a witch. So we don't want to behave like witches by not voting for the president. Come 13th August. Na iwe waliliamo. By your child going to school. Allow me. Okay. Yeah, waliliamo. Your child, your niece, your nephew has gone to school. Okay. So I call upon him to sign. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. You can see I can go on, but this is not my time. My time was to call upon the president. But before we go on, I think it is important that we allow him to sign, so that when he speaks, the law is already in place. Can we, therefore, allow the president to go right ahead and sign, and after signing, he will speak to us and give that which drives him to go on to make laws such as this. Thank you very much. Mr. President, please go ahead to signing of the laws. Thank you, sir.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment is here. So as has been said already, 5 bills which will be signed in our presence here today, starting with the Education Amendment Bill. And here you can see indeed the primary stakeholders, the consumers, the pupils, the learners themselves, coming to flank the president as he signs this law for them. For some of us, that time has already passed. These are the ones who indeed will be direct beneficiaries. So, flanked by the learners themselves, the President will now sign the first bill, which is the Education Amendment Bill. This bill, the Education Amendment Bill, it makes free education a permanent feature of Zambia's education system, ensuring that children today and future generations can continue to access education without the burden of school fees. Since the introduction of free education, approximately 2.6 million learners have returned to school. And by securing this policy in law, the bill protects opportunities for children, supports families, and contributes to building a more educated and productive nation. And that is Bill number 1, the Education Amendment Bill. We can put our hands together as we give a round of applause.
The issue of school feeding, which is also encouraging them to stay home.
And of course included is the school feeding program, which we have all heard the benefits of children coming to school and having something to eat, which helps them learn better, it helps them concentrate in class, and of course motivates them to come to class altogether. And so indeed, this is something really, really worth celebrating. And as has been said, this is for children across this country. No matter how near or far you are to the capital city, this applies to you. So that is Bill number 1, the Education Amendment Bill of 2026. There we have it. There we have it. It is now law. Thank you, and indeed what a privilege for these children indeed to share that stage and that space with the President. I can assure you they'll live to remember this day for the rest of their lives. A big round of applause for the learners. Let's give them a big hand. Okay, just before they disembark from the stage, I'll pause for a few pictures. Let's applaud the teachers and the learners. Ah, yes, and remember, this is for you. So spread.
Bali for me, Bali for you, Bali for all. Sotana, Sotana, Sotana.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And so the President will continue to sign the other bills. So that was the Education Amendment Bill. The second one is the National Pension Scheme Bill of 2026. This one introduces significant reforms aimed at improving the financial well-being of workers and pensioners. The bill allows eligible members to access up to 30% of their pension savings before retirement to meet important financial needs, while also enabling contributors to access retirement benefits from the age of 55. Retirees will be able to receive their benefits immediately upon retirement without having to wait until the age of 60, and will have the option of receiving a lump sum payment to support investments, business ventures, housing, or other personal priorities. The bill further enhances social protection through increased funeral benefits for bereaved families and provides an advance payment option for pensioners requiring immediate financial support. In addition, the introduction of the voluntary saving schemes will allow members to make additional contributions and build a stronger and more secure income for retirement. That's Bill number 2, National Pension Scheme Bill of 2026. So that would be 2 down, 3 to go. And the other 3, we have the Public Service Pensions Bill of 2026. And this bill strengthens retirement benefits for public servants by creating a more effective and sustainable pension system. It introduces reforms that will improve the management So bill number 3, the Public Service Pensions Bill, it strengthens retirement benefits for public servants by creating a more effective and sustainable pension system. It introduces reforms that will improve the management of pension funds, ensure timely administration of benefits, and provide greater confidence that public servants will receive the support they deserve after years of service to the nation. That's bill number 3, the Public Service Pensions Bill 2026. So that's 3 down, 2 to go. Ladies and gentlemen, there we have it, the Public Service Pensions Bill 2026. Oh my goodness. And we are all witnesses here today. The 4th is the Local Authorities Superannuation Bill 2026. This bill improves pension arrangements for employees of local authorities across the country. The reforms will help safeguard retirement benefits, strengthen the management of pension funds, and ensure that local government employees can look forward to a more secure future after retirement. The bill also helps preserve existing benefits while creating a stronger and more sustainable system for future generations of workers. That is the Local Authorities Superannuation Bill of 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, Local Authorities Superannuation Bill 2026. And on to the fifth and final one, the Pension Scheme Regulation Amendment Bill of 2026. This bill strengthens the oversight of Zambia's pension sector to ensure that pension funds are managed responsibly and in the best interests of contributors. By improving governance and accountability, the legislation helps protect workers' savings and promotes confidence in the country's pension system. It's Bill number 5, Pension Scheme Regulation Amendment Bill. And of course, taken together, these bills represent a major step towards improving the lives of Zambians. They secure the future of free education for millions of children, expand access to retirement savings, they strengthen social protection for workers and pensioners, and promote a more inclusive and prosperous society. The reforms demonstrate government's continued commitment to investing in people, protecting livelihoods, and creating opportunities for present and future generations. Here we have it. Number 5, the Pension Scheme Regulation Amendment Bill 2026. One more time, a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the President.
Mr. President, thank you for that important signature. I call upon you now, sir, to speak to this and address your people. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. You may take your seats, please. You may take your seats. Please do take your seats. Thank you very much, Vice President. May I also take the opportunity to recognize our colleagues, those who are serving in various roles in the public sector, central, public sector, local government. But also, truly it's important to recognize former vice presidents. I see 2 of them that are here. Thank you for serving our country over the years. We stand on your shoulders. My dear Vice President here, we have agreed that former vice presidents are vice presidents. As if we were in that situation, former presidents are presidents, and takes away nothing from those of us in office at the time. So may I say, vice presidents. Thank you. It's also important for me to recognize the Speaker of the National Assembly and her team, Chief Justice, representation of the Chief Justice that may be here. And that constitutes the 3 arms of government, but the church leaders that are present. Thank you for being here. Without God, we would not be able to do anything. I think it's important for us as a Christian nation, yet other faiths are accommodated in this country, to appreciate and understand that. Diplomatic Corps members, I see some of you, thank you for being here. We're grateful. We know this is the best time. Unions, trade unions, teaching fraternity, my fellow monks and momas. Viva Monko Viva! Viva! Viva Moma Viva! Viva! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Once a monk, once a Moma. Viva Moma Viva! Viva Moma Viva! Viva Monko Viva! Viva Monko Viva! Thank you very much. Well, we were students at some point, so we never forget. Vice President, may I take this opportunity to welcome all of the people that are in this tent today, to welcome you to State House, to your State House, the people's State House. I just happen to work from here, but this is a people's house. And since we took public office, we've opened the doors of State House to all citizens. And I want to appreciate also the presence of our alliance partners that are seated here. And obviously, I may continue in that trajectory, but time is not with us. So I was saying this State House and its doors are open to citizens. Zambian citizens, right? The doors of this State House are open to citizens in our region, SADC, to citizens of our continent, Africa, and to all global citizens. This is the People's House. And we have chosen to use this rare opportunity that the people of Zambia, through God's will, granted to us to work for the people in many ways and many sectors. And because today we have context, we have specifics, I will say a few things in general terms. Since the 24th of August 2021, when we were sworn in government, we embarked on reforms. Reforms broad, reforms specific. Overall, we embarked on reforms aimed at restructuring our country's economy so we can create growth. But to do that, we had to clip out certain things that were inhibiting growth. And we knew very well that once we have growth, we can take care of the people of Zambia in many ways, in many spheres. So, I'm here to say that, we are here to say that reforms do deliver positive results. Citizens have forgotten, some genuinely, some conveniently, that this country was a basket case. The economy was in a delirious situation. We were in default, debt default. Nobody could lend us money. And the economy shrunk to minus 2.8% GDP growth per year. Then the huge debt mountain, so many other things. And we decided that there was only one way to retrieve, to reconstruct our economy. Reforms. Debt restructuring. To give you context, without debt restructuring, We want to thank all our partners, including those that we owed money, that had our agenda to reform the debt. Without debt restructuring, this country would have been paying every single year $2.3 billion in debt service. Post-debt restructuring, 94% thereabout of the debt restructuring, our debt service obligation has dropped to $900 million per year. Creating headroom savings of $1.4 billion per year. That headroom to allow us to fund many things, including what we are legislating, signing into law today, free education. I'm drawing a connection to reforms which we embarked on and how they've delivered value to all the citizens of Zambia, without exception. Without reforms in energy, we would have shut this economy down after we experienced the worst drought in living memory, completely. But the reforms in the energy sector allowed us to have some power, electricity, to continue the trajectory of reconstructing our economy. And today we sit with a target of 10,000 megawatts of power we are racing towards to generate. A myriad, a mix, energy mix, which we never paid attention to as a nation for close to 58 years, which is never bothered. And here we are today because of reforms. January 2025, we had load shedding. And we promised the people of Zambia that we will work hard to ensure that we ended load shedding by December. December came 2025, we had largely dealt with load shedding. And some Zambians have forgotten already. But that was occasioned by the drought, a natural event, climate change. I shan't waste your time today. I am just putting context to what we are signing today. And you can see the journey. And the intent from 2021 was to be where we are in these areas today. Mining reforms, targeting 3 million tons of copper per year, reviving mines that were out of production for 47 years. Akulumpe Vakavindere, Kalengwa mine. Today, Kalengwa mine is in production. Reforms deliver results. 28 shaft in Luanshya was out of commission for 23 years. And thank you to our partners. I'm looking at the representative of our partners. We've finished the dewatering of 28 shafts. And before the end of this year, we will start extracting the first ore from a mine that was left abandoned for 23 plus years. And has revived the town of Luanshya. If you go to Luanshya now, the Luanshya residents, first people were leaving Luanshya to go to other towns. Now people are returning to Luanshya, and they call Luanshya the new Luanshya. Reforms. Barongoban, reforms deliver results when they are implemented diligently. I can go on KCM, you know the story, any liquidation. 3 days ago, we signed off to bring in an additional $600+ million to invest in Konkola Deep Mining Project, a project we've been talking about since President Kaunda's time. Now that project will be producing ore. Reforms, intentional reforms, deliver results for the people, not for a few, but for many. Mopani was in comatose. Today, suppliers and contractors who were not paid for 10, 15 years have been paid. And new suppliers and contractors are being paid. New jobs have been created. Reforms deliver results. That's the thing. I will end here, but I'm only giving you a taste, a little bit, of what your country's journey has been, to carry on where the other leaders left it. It is our duty, occupying public office today, to work smart, to work hard, to turn around the country so we can benefit the greater majority of our people. Today we can talk about 5 million tons of maize. On our journey towards 10 million tons. Over 10 years, 15 years, we're producing an average of 1.5, 2.3 million tons. 2 years after the West drought and living memory, we're sitting on 5 million tons of maize. Reforms. Because of the reforms, we were able to weed out over 200,000 non-existent farmers who were receiving FISIP every year but never farmed anything. Reforms do deliver. When you see the 5 million tons of maize, for many they think this is abracadabra. No. It is a methodical kind of work that goes into intentional interventions, such as weeding out cheats in the Farmer Input Support Program through the e-voucher system reforms. I just want to make one point for the people of Zambia to know, that in the 5 million tons of maize we produced this year, there's something many have not seen. And that is, when we were producing maize all these years, an average small-scale farmer was only producing 1.8 tons per hectare. With the injection of reforms we put in and focus on a combination of many things, including crop husbandry, extension services, mechanization, irrigation, small-scale farmers are now scaling up to produce up to 3 tons per hectare. Very important issue. Productivity, reforms. This is a government of reforms. Without reforms, you cannot make the country better. It's not possible. You can't do the same things over and over and expect different results. It's called something else. Anyhow, I want to use this opportunity to say we continue with our positive trajectory of this country, what this country can be in a few years from now, if we work together and each one did what they're able to do and not observe others working and you wait to grandstand and post social media articles taking out positivity in the nation. Let us be positive. In summary, your government, we, your servants, are committed and are now driving a government public sector from working by the day, by the month and for the pay, but transiting to work for results. and that every hour is a working hour. Every day is a working day. Safe church service, setting targets is the new norm in this government. 10-10, 5-3-3-1-1 vision. 10 metric tons of maize, 10,000 megawatts of electricity, 5 million tourist arrivals. When we came in 2021, there were only 500 tourist arrivals in this country. 2025, we achieved 2.5 million tourist arrivals. Intentional. And one of the things we did was to remove the visa requirements from across the world, because that's what we wanted to do, so we can create jobs in the tourism sector. So 5 million tourists. 3 million tons of copper. The next 3 million tons of soybeans. Thank you to China. We have asked to supply, alone China has asked us to supply 2 million tons of soybean to China. The last 1 million tons of wheat, $1 billion worth of beef exports. In a nutshell, all these targets are as a result of reforms, and we are confident that we are moving towards achieving all of them, if not surpassing them. So today, we have just signed making education law. When we were preaching this in opposition, those in government then will say, where is he going to get the money? Our answer is that we know where the money is. Part of it is just prudence. Stop consumption expenditure. Save money, allocate it where it's most needed. Such as where? Education, the best investment and equalizer. I'm a product of education. I would have never been here standing as your chief servant had I not got education from Kaunda. May we clap for the late President Kaunda. So we stand on the shoulders of Super Ken. And it was no brainer for us to talk about free education. It was no brainer, completely. Imagine the 2.6 million kids who have gone back to school. What were they going to be? Those monks without meal allowances, how would they pass their exams? Viva Monko, viva! Viva Mama, viva! You can forgive us. That's the behavior of we students from universities or colleges. It is that motivation. So free education was a policy of this party from opposition for 23 years, consistently. And when we had the opportunity to occupy public office, we said, this is it. Once we introduced it, we realized that someone may come after us and see things differently. So we said, let's embed it in the law so that every child of Zambia can have the opportunity we had, I had, she had, to go to school. That's the motivation. We build skills for the nation. We build skills for the nation. Not just for the individual child or family, but for the nation. How can we run agriculture and energy and everything without skills? How can we build roads without skills? It's the best investment. And we have now moved education from a social sector to an investment sector. That's what we've done. Economic sector. So if you hear someone saying education is a social sector, say, no, I corner, man. I corner. This is an economic sector. Nothing can be done without skills. I know it from my sins of the past as a businessman. Without skills, you're done. With the best of intentions. Please see education in a broader sense. Teacher recruitment to support free education. Construction of classroom space to support free education. Water and sanitation to support education. Right? Pupil-teacher ratio is important. Now we're moving on to competence-based curricula. It's all a package. And are you surprised that last year, congratulations to the Minister of Education, we achieved the best pass rate in public schools since independence. There were people who were arguing that free education would dilute the quality of education. I corner, man. No. Now, it depends on how you implement it. I am very passionate about this subject. And I want to find closure in my heart to say I have said enough on free education. But no one should be allowed in future to come with weird ideas and sit in this State House and take away the right to education from our children. No one. Hence the step we've taken today to sign. Pension reforms. A lot has been said already. Again, in opposition, we said, can APSA partial withdraw? Everyone said, no, it's not possible. You bankrupt the pension system. Really? 20% was given, NAPSA is going strong. So we then thought, no, let's legislate again. So that, again, somebody with a different mindset does not negate these gains. Because this country has a habit of moving one step forward, 3 steps backwards. Such as what? The debt mountain. Under President Manawasa, may he so rest in peace, we actually wiped out our debt through the HIPIC program. And I never believed that we will have another debt mountain. I was wrong. A few years later, debt was back with vengeance. Now we've had to go through a painful G20 framework debt restructuring. Very, very complicated. By the way, I take the opportunity to inform this House that shortly after we were elected, we went to Parliament to legislate against reckless borrowing. There's a law there. Speaker is here. Many people didn't pay attention to it because the debt was acquired through recklessness. A ministry could acquire debt. Line ministry, Ministry of Finance is not aware. How can you run a country like that? How? So me, I'm listening when people say no, they are coming back. I say, to do what? To occasion more damage so we can spend 3 years working on the debt restructuring again? The little things we've done in these 4 years and 9 months, we spent 3 years on debt restructuring. Imagine if we came in after the balance sheet was cleaned up in 2011. Today, this country would have been in a totally different place. We lost 10 years after 2011. Totally lost it. And now the colleagues want to come back. To do what? You can change the nameplate that you are now a different creature. You are the same. You can change the name. You can change the T-shirt color. You are the same. This is not a joke. I'm serious. My heart bleeds. I hope your heart bleeds. It's scary that we can bring back damage to our country, which took us 3 years to unwind. We have relatives, yes. We love them. We have nephews, cousins. We love them. But we love the 21 million Zambians more than a small group. So today, we sign into law the pre-education bill. It's law. As you saw me signing, it's now law. Take your children to school. Parents, guardians, take your children to school. There's no excuse. And thank you for the speech from the church, from the students, from the unions. Thank you very much for your speeches. Now, we had the Kadionko in NAPSA of 20%. So we tested good things. Then we said, let's reform the whole pension system. It wasn't by chance, it is thoughtfulness. And we realized that the pension is not just through NAPSA. So NAPSA, then there were complaints from other pension schemes. Then we said, let's include NAPSA, hence the National Pension Scheme Bill 2026, and the Public Service Pension Bill 2026 to capture others who were not part of NAPSA. And that's public sector. But what about central government? What about local government? Hence, the Local Authority Superannuation Bill 2026. That's a holistic approach. Okay. But these are pension schemes. Then we said, what about the regulator? They must be in tandem with the spirit, with the intentions of making the current worker have an upgrade on the contributions so we can have substance, magnitude, materiality, but also accessing that money when they're still energetic. We saw it from the 20% NAPSA. We said, no, let's extend that and make law. And also the lump sum option. You can also contribute to other schemes. But you can't do that with the pension schemes and don't do that to the regulator, the supervisor. Hence, the Pension Scheme Regulation Amendment Bill 2026, the story is complete. We don't want a regulator that stores the pension scheme to do good things as contained in these bills. So we bring them together. My fellow colleagues, citizens, this is a great day. This is truly a great day. If you love the people of Zambia as we do, you care for the people of Zambia as we do, you deliver for them. This is it. But having said that, I'm the first one to say to you, there's a lot more work to be done. This is only the beginning. There's a lot more work to be done. That's why we're working on hostels, which were stored 15 years ago. That's why we need 6 provinces of Zambia have no public universities. Northern, Luapula, Northwestern, Western, Eastern, Southern province. I have a message. Each of these provinces will have a public university. We don't have to dislocate kids and bunch them at UNZA. Some can go to university in their localities. More work remains to be done. I want to end and not spoil the day by saying, if you don't feel emotional, you don't feel touched about what we've done today, then I don't know who you are. I don't know what you represent. I don't know what you want for fellow citizens. May God bless the institutions that worked hard once the guidance was given to promulgate these bills signed into law today. All of them, including the tripartite partnership, employers, labor, government, for the pension issues, but for education, students, learners, teachers, all of those that were involved. Parliament worked very hard. Thank you, Speaker, and your team, and the members of Parliament. Justice, long hours of drafting. Many colleagues in Cabinet were saying, why this president sees things? Every document he looks at, he says, what about that? What about that? What about that? Thank you for tolerating our perpetual corrections and amendments so we can be where we are today. And to the people of Zambia, thank you for giving us an opportunity to serve you for the last 4 years, 9 months. And we look forward to serve you even more going forward. I thank you.
Thank you. You may be seated here, Mr. President. Another round of applause for the President of the Republic of Zambia. Oh yeah, what more can be said? We have seen, we have witnessed, we have celebrated together. What a day for Zambia. Now let me invite, I've been advised that there is a student who has been appointed to move a vote of thanks on this occasion. And so I will invite that representative of the students to come forward and give the vote of thanks.
Free education! When you! Free education! When you! Free education! When you! Free education! When you!
A very good afternoon to you all. My name is Emma Chanda, coming from the mighty and great Kablonga Girls Secondary School. I recognize the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, the Vice President, Mrs. Mutale Nalumango. May I simply say, all diplomatic etiquette be highly observed. Our Republican President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, a happy and blessed birthday to you, sir. Today I stand here with a heart overflowing with gratitude. Mr. President, sir, you have not only signed a bill, you have turned our dreams into possibilities. You have shown every child in Zambia that our future is not decided by where we come from, our parents' earning, or the challenges we face. So Bali, Bali for me, Bali for you, Bali for all, Sotsana, Sotsana. By assenting to the free education bill, you have removed barriers that once kept many of us outside the classroom. You have opened a path where talent, hard work, and hope matter more than social and economic status. Mr. President, sir, I salute you. Because of you, a child from any village, any town, and any background can now say, my dreams are possible and I can reach within them. On behalf of all the learners, I say thank you for believing in us, investing in us, and giving us the chance to rise. We will honor this gift with dedication, discipline, and a commitment to build the Zambia you envision. Your legacy shall live forever. May God continue blessing you, and may He continue blessing the Republic of Zambia. Thank you.
Thank you. A big round of applause. Are you pupils old enough to vote, if I may ask? So that was Emma Chanda and her friends giving that combined vote of thanks as we close our program here. Mr. President, Madam Vice President, ladies and gentlemen, we will end our program in just a few moments. Allow me to just make a few announcements. At the end of the program, after this, we will stand for the prayer and the national anthem, and then we will invite the President and the Vice President to just stand in front of the high table to pose for some pictures with different groupings of people. I'll be announcing who will come to join them for the pictures. After the pictures, the President will be ushered out, and then you, our distinguished invited guests, I'm glad to inform you that we have food. We have refreshments that have been... Yeah, the food is for everyone. It's for everybody. So we have food for all the invited guests. And we ask that please we be orderly in the way that we will go to get food. We have ushers who will be directing us. Please comply with them. Comply with them as they indicate to you that it's your turn to go for food. And so, like I said, we will have pictures after the national anthem, which will follow the prayer. Let me ask the students, the learners, to please begin now to make your way around the marquee to that other side to get ready to join the President for the pictures. That's those from Kabulonga boys and girls and even the university students. Okay, so please come here, just be on standby. Be on standby to join you, be the first ones to pose with the President after the national anthem. So we're going to close now with a word of prayer and the national anthem. In that order, may I invite you now to stand as I invite Chaplain Emmanuel Lungu to lead us in the closing prayer, and then we will again sing the Zambia national anthem. Chaplain Lungu.